about has your head stopped spinning when you from when you checked out the contract signed by Patrick Mahomes, a 10-year deal worth $503 million? There's a guy who
Yeah,
needs incentives.
one of the first things I did, Les, was looked at his brief yet spectacular 2-year career. Um, the guy is somewhere like I think 24-7 as a starter. He's won a league MVP, a Super Bowl, thrown for almost 10,000 yards and 76 touchdowns. So um, I would bet, even though it looks like the craziest amount of money we've ever seen spent on a single player, that the way contracts go in this league and the way I expect him to perform, he'll probably outplay that contract halfway through it too.
That and every quarterback in the league, instead of being jealous, is probably very happy about this because
Oh, sure. If
the
you're Dak Prescott or Deshaun Watson or one of
yeah
those guys, you're no doubt sitting there saying, "Okay, I'll take half of that."
yeah whatever's left, I'll take it. Do you think Baker Mayfield's one of those guys who says, "All right, here's I never thought it would be possible to get that kind of money, but here's my chance"? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he has to understand that this is his chance. And in his defense, how many head coaches and coordinators have there been already? Um, there's been a lot of turmoil. Every Browns quarterback over the years knows it very well when they keep changing people. That doesn't, remove all of the responsibility or blame from him for having a bad season. But certainly, he's got to feel like if he gets back on the field with surrounded by the talent that he has this year, that this is clearly a great opportunity for him to reestablish himself as, a top, whatever you want to call it, 10, 15 quarterback in the league. Because right now, I don't think you'd put him in that on that
no,
list.
no, you wouldn't. But you look at the franchise here in Cleveland, and he has a chance to be the franchise quarterback. I don't think there's any other franchise out there saying, "Yeah, that's it. We'll keep our eye on Baker and we'll bring him in and we'll build around him." I think that he wants to be a starting quarterback, and in the upper echelon, it's got to be this year. So the question is he due for a big contract? Cody Benjamin of CBSSports.com says new Browns coach Kevin Stefanski has yet to see Baker operate his offense, but it's going to be hard for the former number one overall pick to rebound from a forgettable 2019 season under Freddie Kitchens. He's not a lock to have a long-term market-shaking deal like some of his fellow 2018 first-rounders, but even one impressive season with Stefanski and a stocked-up Cleveland offense should be likely enough and good enough for the Browns brass to invest in his continued growth. I think that's pretty clear. I mean, the Browns don't want to go through this thing again, right? And even if they did, they missed out by a year on Joe Burrow and maybe some other people along the line.
Yeah, and I mean the cost of great or good quarterbacks in this league continues to go through the roof, right? So it would stand to reason that if he has even one good year and you're going to keep the offense together and this is the head coach you're going to have, you certainly would try to extend him before he has two good years. And
Timing is
I think
everything.
he's got a chance of really establishing himself. He's not the most mature kid. We know that young guy in the league. We've seen evidence of that. But certainly the accuracy that was there his rookie year, the competitiveness, the way his teammates rally around him, I think is still pretty solid stuff in this league.
You brought up a good point, the maturity level, and he hasn't been around teammates and coaches and the front office to keep that in line. So I think he's going to be tested. First time something happens, Stefanski will get a better line on him and how he reacts, and hopefully that's not going to happen.
Yeah, and listen, he's still young enough that he would have benefited from having these off-season
Yeah.
training activities and mini camps and all that too. So it's this team has got a challenge to meet, and that challenge is again the fact that they're a first-time staff. The staff is together for the first time, a first-time head coach with still a young quarterback, first another coordinator, all of that stuff that everybody would have benefited from if they'd been able to bring them into Berea and touch the players and have them out on the field for anything, even a mini camp, even a 7-on-7 drill would have been a benefit.
And